Hi everyone, welcome to the show. Today's Thursday, February 6th, and Mark has 151 days left to go in his sentence before he's handed into Immigrations and Customs Enforcement custody to begin his journey home. And today is also the birth date of one of the icons of marijuana and marijuana culture in general, Bob Marley, who spread the message of one love and of marijuana legalization and all of the wonders of cannabis. Great man himself, and again, a great symbol of cannabis, because if you think about what our culture has, it has iconography, and that includes the marijuana leaf. Everybody around the world recognizes that. But if you're trying to find a marijuana place somewhere in a foreign country, what do you look for? Bob Marley and reggae and the Rasta colors. That is a symbol worldwide representing marijuana and one love and the uniting of all peoples with this beautiful plant. So happy birthday, Bob Marley. I bet you'd be loving to visit Colorado today and to see all the progress happening, and the fight continues. And in 1 week from today, it's another birthday. The man himself, Mark Emery, my prince, my hero, the Prince of Pot. It'll be his 56th birthday on Thursday, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, to bring love to the world as well. So send a card. If you're going to send one, it'll probably be a bit late showing up to him. But if you'd like to send a card, his address is Mark Emery, 40252-086, Unit E1 at FCC, Yazoo City Medium, and that's P.O. Box 5888 in Yazoo City, Mississippi, 39194. You can send a card, a postcard, some photos, or a birthday card. I'm sure he would love to hear from anybody out there who is continuing the fight for legalization while he and others are behind bars. So happy birthday to my man in 1 week, and I just came back from visiting him last weekend. It was a really nice time. The guards there are all excited for him to be getting home too. So it's really a wonderful, exciting time, and we know that Obama is making some huge changes, maybe in small ways, but which represent, I think, in the long run, some significant developments that are yet to come. I think a rescheduling or a descheduling of cannabis is in order. So we'll see a lot of exciting things ahead, and I'll be visiting Mark at the end of the month as well, and it's getting down to just 5 more visits down to Mississippi. Only 5 more times I'm going to be making that trip to see him, so that's going to be wild. I'm also invited to Idea City. A little side note, Mark and I were both invited to Idea City to speak. That's a conference in Toronto with a lot of prestigious, high-profile, intelligent, wonderful people, and some reason me and Mark too at some point, and I'll be going back this year to talk about Mark and the movement, and how exactly 20 years ago this year, Mark showed up in Vancouver in 1994 and began selling High Times magazine door to door to raise money to open a little shop to begin selling bongs and pipes and seeds and magazines and books about marijuana and everything that wasn't available at that time. And in fact, literature about marijuana and bongs and pipes, it was all illegal. And Mark began the mission to plant the seeds of freedom and overgrow the government in April 1994. And fast forward 20 years, he's coming home an absolute hero, having achieved victory in many ways with the help of all the warriors of our American brothers and sisters growing those seeds and planting that weed and helping their patients and helping themselves. It's incredible, the momentum and the countless number of people who have all pitched in to make this all happen. So I find it amazing to think this is all unfolding, and it's 20 years ago that Mark showed up. And in fact, it'll be 10 years this April since I showed up. On April 1st, I moved to Vancouver in 2004, and I can't believe what I got myself into. But wow, it's been fantastic. So in terms of stuff I've been involved in doing, I was on Casper Leach's radio program, Time for Hemp. He's been an activist for a long time, and I was just talking to him today. He was the one who sent Mark Emery Jack Herrera's book, The Emperor Wears No Clothes, from the US to Canada back when Mark was in London, Ontario, even before Vancouver, in 1992 and earlier, when Mark began the very first time he discovered that pop literature was illegal. Casper Leach was working with Jack Herrera, and when Mark was getting those books from Jack, it was Casper who was there helping ship those out and get them across the... I mean, so I was just on that radio show today, and we had Steve D'Angelo was on there too, and Paul Stanford, and there's phenomenal work being done by so many people. And I was also doing global TV. I've been doing that gig as well, talking about senators in Canada getting charged with fraud, and that's going to relate back to the Prime Minister and some more scandal, and other news about teachers and government, and basically how you can't trust government and they're ripping us off. Hey, what else is new? But let's try and change that. And we have some exciting stuff still going on here at Cannabis Culture. We are hiring another person to the Pot TV team so we can bring you guys more exciting content updated constantly at our website, and getting a lot of videos from our friends and affiliates everywhere shared with our audience at pot.tv. And we also have a lot going on cannabisculture.com's front page. I could take an hour to tell you guys about everything, but we've got hemp being included in the farm bill that Obama's going to be passing. We have medical marijuana being introduced and passed all over in cities, decriminalized. I mean, the list goes on. I do have a list here, and the list does go on. It's just nonstop, the news. We cannot keep up with it, but we try with our team here at Cannabis Culture, so you can see all the news there. And if you want, you can follow us on Facebook, where we have an audience that is growing faster than pot. It's just insane, the number of people who are following us on there. And we've got Instagram and Twitter and everything else. I know it's a lot, but we like to keep you informed and connected, and we appreciate all of your support, because when you shop here and support Cannabis Culture and Pot TV, you know you're supporting the organization that Mark started 20 years ago to help bring us to where we are today, and that's phenomenal. So I'm going to wrap it up there, and I'll be with you guys next week as well. It's the year of the horse. I said that last year, but I can't get over the idea how quickly time is going and how fast and rapidly things are changing. And I don't know, it doesn't happen on its own. It requires the people power, and the people are doing it. So it's exciting to be working alongside so many people, many I don't know, many I'll never meet, many who I have known and I hope to see again soon. But thank you to everyone for whatever you do, big or small, all of your heart and effort, or whatever little bit you can spare. Thank you for being part of it, and we'll see you guys next week. Free Mark Emery and free all the drug war prisoners. And hey, maybe it's really possible in our lifetime. That'll be awesome. See you guys next week.